welcome in, formerly known as Feezy Mafia. I have changed my name to the Academy of Kicks. So welcome to this episode for a real versus fake comparison with the Yeezy 700 B3 Alvah. So I'm going to show you these two sets of shoes here. Can you guess which one is the real one and which one is the fake one? Alright, so this set right here on the right is going to be the replica version. They got a lot of features correct on the shoe, and then just a couple minor things that they could work on, which I'm going to point out to you. So look how that's glossy, the glow-in-the-dark cage, versus the authentic pair here. It's got that matte finish. So this is basically the one thing that stood out to me on a first glance was how shiny the glow-in-the-dark cage was. It's a little bit more noticeable on camera than it is in person. So again, here's the retail version. You know, with the replica, nobody's really gonna notice them if they don't have the retail next to them. And then next I want to point out the stripes here. The placement looks really good here on the replica version, and the retail version on top looks like it finishes about in the same spot and on the back of the shoe. So this is the GT version. The last video I had was the Outsole by GT, so the construction, build, and quality was a little bit better here than it was on the Outsole, in my opinion. Next thing I want you to look at is the V in the front of the shoe. You can see that it's basically identical to the retail version, so it's nice and sharp there and crisp. And then look at the placement of the Adidas logo in the back. It's right down the center on the replica version. And on the retail version over here, the Adidas is actually over to the right a little bit. So I don't know if that's on purpose or if Adidas just kind of messed up there and the retail didn't do as good as the rep. Looking at the inside of the shoe, see how the stripes meet the cage. And then the stripes go all the way up to the cage there on the retail version. Let's have a look here at the bottom of the shoe and check out the outsole and the yellow EVA foam. It looks basically identical to me on both pairs between the authentic and replica. Let's look at the outside cage there on the right. Sort of translucent, but not really. And then looks basically identical on the retail version. Gonna check out the insole here if I can get it out. Okay, so the replica's on the bottom, retail's on the top. And the replica looks just a little bit lighter in color. And then one thing I noticed here is that the replica, the embossing is a little bit deeper for the Ortholite branding. And then the colors all look identical on the bottom. Take a look at the insole stitching. Appears to be pretty crisp and sharp on the replica version. Same story for the retail. When looking at the inside tag, one thing I noticed is that the replica has the male branding. And the retail does not actually show that on this tag. So this is a US pair. I'm not sure if the European version had that or not. And then there's a little bit of a folding over there in the back. It's a little bit more prominent on the retail version on the right. Just a very minor detail. Check out the 3M. On both of them, they look to be identical. One of my latest pickups I haven't shown you guys is going to be the reflective landmark, which is a GT batch. So I'm thinking about giving these away. Make sure you guys follow my Instagram to find out more details in the future. Now I want to go back to the Alvah. Look at the tags. The retail is going to be on your left and replica is on the right. And then this is going to be the retail box. You can pause it if you want to check out any differences. And then the replica is on the top. Want to do a glow in the dark test. So on your right is going to be the retail. And the left is a replica. Now when they're in a darkly lit room, the glow in the dark basically appears identical to me. And this is the replica in hand. And this one is going to be the retail version.